Can you tell the difference between a Darce choke and an Anaconda choke? Which one of these two chokes that I'm going to demonstrate is the Darce? Which one is the Anaconda? Can't tell? Well, keep watching and find out.
The difference between the Darce choke and the Anaconda choke. First, as we do this demonstration, I'm going to explain something about sprawl control. In a real fight, I want to lean on him. I want to get his head on the floor. I want to get my legs as far away from it as possible. Sometimes when demonstrating, in order to be nice to your training partner, sometimes we'll be on the knees here, but this is a terrible idea in a fight. Why? Here, grab the knees and put me on my back, because they're right there for the taking. Okay? Whereas if I sprawl deep, get his head down into the mat, here, grab the legs, now he doesn't have that same option. Now he's got to focus on sitting out, changing his position before he can get access to the legs, right? So for the sake of this demo, sometimes I'm going to have my knees on the mat because we're going to film a bunch of these. The Darce choke. I'm going to bring my arm under his armpit and around his neck. So if you can see that one more time, this arm snakes under the armpit and comes up around the neck. And I lock up a quarter Nelson with this gable grip. I can also use a three-finger grip, right? And I'm going to roll him onto his side. I feed this through deeper. Reach up here, grab a figure four-arm triangle, and I'm going to sprawl and squeeze. Okay? There are a number of different positions we can hit the Darce from. Okay? But from sprawl control, it can be a little confusing with the Anaconda. With the Anaconda choke, my arm will come under his neck. You see that? Right under the neck, and then under the armpit. So I punch this through deep, grab the gable grip, feed this through. I'm going to grab his lat, and now I'm going to kick this leg underneath to get him on his side. Now, finish the choke, walk in. If I can, hook at one of his legs or two of them, and hip up and in. It's a much slower choke, usually less painful as well. So one more time, Darce choke, this side, Anaconda choke, this side, okay? They're both arm triangles. But one, the wrist and the Darce is cutting directly into the carotid artery here. In the Anaconda choke, it's my bicep and my shoulder pressing into his carotid artery and his shoulder pressing into the other. Okay? So let me demonstrate that from off a shot. So he's going to shoot, I'm going to sprawl. Now lock up position. Get that. He's gone limp. Oh my. If he goes limp, armbar him. Okay. Yeah. So we don't want to go limp in a demo. Same way we would go limp in a fight, right? So we're going to go ahead and shoot. Sprawl. Right. I move around to the side. I staple his head to the floor with the quarter Nelson. Elevate, rotate, get him on his side. Not all the way on the back, but on the side. Feed this through as deep as it goes. Grab the lat, squeeze, and sprawl. So notice from that position, his shoulder is being pushed down into the carotid artery, and my wrist is pressing into the other. Now, the Anaconda choke. Off the shot, he shoots. I sprawl. This one goes deep. Over that side. Notice my body is pushing his head down into his chest. I hook this, I hip up. So without a partner, right, I get this grip, I roll on my side, and I'm walking my legs forward. Getting tighter and tighter. Okay? Now, what makes the Darce special is that we can pull it off from a lot of different positions. Your stand up. Let's say we're clinching and he reaches for an underhook. He's got an underhook. I'll immediately counter with a whizzer. I'll break his posture, do a pivot step, and then lock up the quarter Nelson. Get my legs away from him. And then we're straight back down in my Darce choke. Okay? Let's say we're in guard. So, break open the guard, get my knee in there, and I want to do a cross-side pass. So here's an important sequence. If I can get that underhook, that's great. Let's just say I get that underhook. And I pull myself around. This is cool because now and wheel around into an arm bar, and that's awesome, right? But he's played this game before, he knows jiu-jitsu, so he's gonna stop my attempt to get the underhook. Oh no! And now he's gonna take my back and he's gonna strangle me. And that's no good, okay? So we don't want that guy to have the underhook. So when that happens, which it's going to sometimes, I'm gonna counter with a tight whizzer. I'm gonna punch this under his neck, this comes over. Notice now I have the quarter-nose. I can use this to pull myself through the guard. I get him onto his side, feed this to him deeper, squeeze and sprawl into that Darce choke again. Okay, here one more time. Up here, whizzer, right down, quarter-nose, sprawl, and squeeze. Okay. Another position you can get this from is half guard. Right. Half guard, it's usually pretty smart. Get that underhook. Right. With the underhook, you can sweep me. Right. Okay, let's go back. With the underhook, you can duck under and take my back. Yeah. With the underhook, he can make a frame and stand back up on his feet. So he's already halfway out. Right? So usually it's pretty smart to have that underhook from half guard. So if I feel that, before he can do any of those things, I squeeze that tight, punch this through, push his head to the floor. Notice I've got the quarter-nose. Okay, now I roll, but he still has my leg, so if you can come around and walk and focus on the leg back here, right? I can possibly Darce choke him from here, but whenever possible, sprawl. And since I have this tight hold on the head, I can usually kick that leg right out. Here's another position where you can make this happen. Let's go to side control. I showed this in a recent video. Outside control, and a frame on the hip, frame on the head. And since he has the underhook right here, I can turn that into a Darce choke. So I move around this way, and notice that. Push the shoulder into his neck, and I squeeze and I sprawl. Just like before. One more time. So side control. He has an underhook. Sometimes he'll grab the body. Right? It's a very common response. So I move around into north-south, shoulder over the neck, squeeze and sprawl. Okay? So the Darce is really, really dynamic. You can pull it off from a bunch of positions, including the ones I just showed. The Anaconda, there are a few. Sometimes you can pull it off from the bottom. Sometimes you can do some crazy reverse stuff. But for the most part, it's kind of a one-trick pony from sprawl control. It's a very useful submission. Thanks for watching. Now get out there and train.